with Trinity Readings. We are doing the Pisces Weekly Tarotscope. Keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate, you can always check your moon, rising, or Venus placements because sometimes those will resonate more. And I do offer personal readings. You can get all that information in the description box. Alright, Pisces. Let's see what is the strongest message that is wanting to come through for you this week. I feel like there's definitely a need for some kind of release. And I think this came up in the Capricorn reading too. So if you have Capricorn in your chart or you're connected to a Capricorn, you might want to watch that. But it's like, it's just like all this energy like built up. It feels like maybe an emotional release. It's like we have a full moon or a new moon on Friday, and so new moons are usually that very fresh energy, but I feel like you guys like still need to, like, it's almost full moon energy for you, like you need to kind of release. So if you're just feeling like ungrounded or like foggy or just really tense, if you could like maybe take a salt bath, maybe just need to let go of something that is like weighing you down. But let's see what comes up. It's like I just feel this huge urge to just cry. I'm really sorry. Yeah, I mean, even these two cards, it's like grasping onto something, but it's almost like holding on to something for dear life. I feel like it's like there's some kind of release that's needed. The crocodile being your overall, and the nightingale underneath that. The crocodile being your overall energy for the week. It's being in that energy of like being very watchful, being very observant. But with the nightingale, there's a need to express something or release something. It's almost like you have this. For one thing, this is like you have all of this potential, you have all of this intuitive wisdom, you have all of this knowledge, you have some sort of awareness of something, or just your intuitive energy is very, very strong, or you have all of this creative energy, you have all of this potential, but it's like it's not being either you're not really seeing it in yourself or it's not being validated for you. But the buffalo is kind of that energy of the universe kind of stepping in and like showing you, I guess. But it's something that I feel like you already know. The buffalo is that energy of being able to be a very spiritual person, being able to have that really strong connection to something bigger, being able to have really big dreams, have really strong emotions, have really strong feelings, but at the same time be able to really ground really ground that energy as well. And that kind of energy is the type of energy that could manifest anything. Let me clarify and see. It's almost like you have this really beautiful gift. You have this really beautiful awareness. You have this amazing knowledge, but you're either not sure how to utilize it, or you're not sure how to express it or show it. Yeah, the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands, or sorry, the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands. That is like pure potential. That is like pure energy. It's passionate energy. It's creative energy. It's being able to, again, manifest anything in terms of being in such a strong energy, in such a strong place that when you focus on something, you're going to attract the opportunities to you, right? And even at the same sense, that very much Aries energy of seeing something that you want and going for it and not having any fear. But with the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, it's almost like you hold yourself back, or you feel very restricted in that, because I almost feel like it's like you're waiting for more information, you're waiting for more knowledge, but I feel like you have everything that you need. It might be that there's something that you're wanting to pursue. It might even be that you feel very gifted, you feel very intuitive, and that's how you want to kind of move forward. But I feel like you might even be seeing something that you know is something that you want. You know it's something that you want to manifest, but it might be that it seems like something that's a long process to get to, or it seems like something that is going to kind of be difficult. But your energy is so powerful that if you opened yourself up to it, any little bit of practical energy that you put towards that, even just opening up to it in whatever way that may be, accepting it, trusting it, taking any little steps towards it is going to be very powerful. For example, if you know that you're extremely intuitive, if you know that you have, this, if, for example, if you know that you're a really good reader, right, or a really good medium, and that's something that you want to pursue in terms of, bringing that out into the public or making a career out of it, but you're also looking at that and thinking, I don't know where to start. Your energy is so powerful that the minute you opened up to it and said, okay, you know what? I know I'm gifted. I know I'm talented. I'm going to manifest this. And just took one little step, even if it was just writing down the intentions of, this is what I want to do. Your energy is so powerful that it's going to manifest to you. It's almost like, whatever you want right now, you need to speak it into existence. You need to open up and say, this is what I want, because again, your energy is fucking powerful. But I also feel like you might be holding on to a lot of tension. You might be holding on to a lot of kind of past fears, or feeling like, you can't really pursue the things that you want to pursue. That is something that needs to be released, because having this strong of an energy, if you continue to try to hold that back, it's gonna manifest like, as a lot of frustration. It's gonna manifest as a lot of tension, like even like physical pain, like back pain or shoulder pain. So let's see what else comes up. You just might be facing something that you know is going to be very difficult. And the thought of it is causing you a lot of stress and causing you a lot of tension. But it's like, again, like your energy is so powerful right now. It, like, you know, you're going to be able to push through this. And I feel like it's not going to be as difficult as it appears to be on the surface. Okay, so what is your energy coming into the week? You have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, it's almost like you have all these ideas or you have all these dreams, or but you're not sure how to put it into practical sense. You could be getting a lot of intuitive messages, a lot of intuitive hints, having a lot of like really vivid dreams, or just there's something that you're wanting to manifest, but you're just not sure how to bring that into like the practical sense. You're just not sure how to manifest that. You could just be struggling right now, again, like just feeling very, cloudy, just feeling very emotional, and you're struggling feeling grounded. If that's the case, all you have to do is just consistently like start to focus on your own breathing, right? And start focusing on like, getting a rhythm in your breathing, and just focusing on the present moment. That really does help make you feel more grounded. There might be just something that you're uncertain about, or that you're feeling like you need to make a decision about. It could even be in a relationship. It could be that you're in a connection with somebody and you really don't know where you stand with this person. There could be a lot of imbalances in this connection. You could even feel like this person hurt you, or you feel disconnected from this person, but you don't even understand like how to move forward with it. Or you could just, outside of a relationship, you could just be dealing with a lot and you don't feel like you have the support that you need. But I do feel that whatever you're going through right now, whatever you're dealing with, it is for the purpose for you to really look within you and decide what it is that you're wanting. Look and see what you're feeling, what your needs are. What is the purpose? But that's probably what you're coming to me for, right? What is the purpose of all this? Oh. You're definitely going through something where I feel like you're being pretty triggered. You might have a lot of like fears being triggered, or a lot of tension, a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, um, even a lot of emotions. In terms of like your connections with other people, you might even be just feeling like it's a constant battle within your connections with other people, or with a connection with another person, and it might be something that you're trying to make peace with, and you're just finding it difficult. we've recently had as in terms of astrology, there was this Chiron is like doing something, and it's going against the moon or something like that. But whatever this placement is that has been going on, I feel like it's for like the past 2 to 3 days. It's like doing like it's intense triggering. It's making people very frustrated. It's like bringing up like those deepest fears, or those deep frustrations or those deep pains, which is why Will Smith did what he did. Because it's like we're very much triggered right now. So if you're familiar with your birth chart, if you look and find what your Chiron placement is, and it's spelled Chiron, that's going to show you what is going to be your biggest trigger, right? And it will go in depth and even explain why that's your trigger, and it will tell you how to work through it. Because the thing that is your deepest, that's your biggest trigger, that's your deepest wound, that's your biggest fear, that is also your biggest strength. And so if you can tap into what that is, and just even bringing that awareness to it, it's going to help you work through this energy. Because something that has the ability to trigger you in such a deep way is a very powerful energy. And when you can flip that energy, you can fucking rule the world, right? You also have 3 nines here, so this is it. This is very much about you, about your deeper needs, your deeper purpose, your understanding yourself at a deeper level. Um, it's really fucking intense energy, whoever this is resonating with, and I'm really sorry, because I feel like it's something that you're even struggling with understanding, like where it's coming from. It might start with like, again, like connecting to people and not feeling supported. You might feel like you keep going in the same cycles with people over and over and over again. If your Chiron is in Aries, you're definitely feeling this much more intensely, because we're in Aries season and we have this Aries new moon. So it's really important to take note of where you're feeling triggered right now, where you're feeling defensive, where you're feeling defeated, where you're feeling wounded, and not just associating it with whatever's going on in that moment, but like try to go back and understand like why, where that wound came from to begin with. Knight of Wands being your guidance, that is about being mindful of where you're being triggered, because the Knight of Wands is that energy of feeling all of this intense energy, feeling all of this passion. Also, the Knight of Wands has, big dreams, has big goals, but it's like feeling all of this intense energy that it has the tendency to pursue things without thinking, or run from things without thinking, or react very quickly without thinking. So I definitely feel like it's a message to be mindful of what is triggering those intense actions or those intense desires, good or bad, because that is a message of your purpose, it is some sort of message of your purpose and your passion. And this is even if it's not a romantic relationship, but for some of you, I do feel it is. This is you're able to see this in your connections with other people. Other people are mirroring to you something that you need to see in yourself. The Lovers and the Two of Swords and the Six of Pentacles, I feel like you're kind of being pushed down a bigger path, pushed down a path with a deeper sense of purpose, being pushed towards a relationship that has a stronger soul bond, a stronger soul connection that has a deep purpose, a deeper love that is going to give more balance, or even going down like your own personal path that is your soul's path. The reason that we go through so much difficulties in our lives is not that we've like made the wrong decisions or anything like that, but there's a path that is not authentic to us, and then there's a path that's authentic to us. And once we recognize our own authenticity, we're put on that authentic path. And then that's when we manifest those authentic relationships, those fulfilling experiences, being in the career that you want, having that abundance. It's all about your own authenticity. And so when you're being triggered, that is something within yourself that you're needing to acknowledge, and you're needing to embrace, and you're needing to understand. It's something that you're pushing down. It's something that you're not acknowledging, but you need to acknowledge it. Because definitely I feel like there is a lot of triggering going on within your connections with other people. It might be one specific relationship, or it might even be filtering out, and you're seeing it in all of your relationships with other people. So if you have a lot of twos here too. If you look at what people are triggering in you. So for example, if you are consistently being met with very aggressive people, with very controlling people, with people like projecting their anger onto you, that's either a message that you're holding on to a lot of anger, or that's also a message that you need to stand up for yourself more, right? That you need to show more of your own passion. If you're constantly stepping into relationships where people are not committed, right? That's a message, that's a mirror to you that you're not committing to yourself, that you're not setting firm enough boundaries for yourself. So I would definitely take time and just pay attention to where you're being triggered. If you can, and if I can find a link and post a link on what your Chiron placement is, I will put that in the comments. Let me just get a little bit more clarity on this though. It's like you're not wanting to repeat the same cycle. And in order to get out of that cycle, you have to acknowledge the wound or the fear or the pain that is causing that cycle to keep continuing. Yeah, Seven of Cups and Nine of Wands. You're definitely feeling very triggered. Or you're feeling like you have to protect your energy. The King of Cups and the Hermit, that is you acknowledging you acknowledging your own feelings, you feeling love for yourself, you understanding yourself at a deeper level, and also understanding all of your emotions, all of your emotional needs. I feel like you might be trying to overthink this. Or you might be trying to figure this out logically. It's not really something that's logical, I guess. It's more of understanding your wounds. Yeah, because you're definitely feeling stuck in some kind of cycle, whether it be stuck in a pattern in a relationship, stuck in negative relationships, even connecting with people who don't understand you. Or just leave you feeling confused. And I kind of feel like whatever it is that you're wanting right now is going to kind of feel stuck. You're going to keep feeling like you're hitting a brick wall. If you're wanting to work things out with another person, I kind of feel like you and this person might be at a standstill. But I feel like there's like this definite need to acknowledge. And I'm sorry, that's not to say that everything you're going through is your fault and something that you've done wrong. But it's like energetically, when you have like a really deep wound or a really deep trigger, it's like that energy is like this magnet ball sitting there, and it attracts people and it attracts situations that are going to trigger that. And people don't even do it intentionally, because that other person is having some kind of the similar wound being triggered. You know what I'm saying? So it's never anything that you're doing wrong or that other people are doing wrong. It's literally an energy that needs to be acknowledged. Yeah. The Knight of Wands and the King of Pentacles being your guidance. This is like, it's about grounding your energy, making sure you're consistently, this week especially, focusing on grounding your energy and being mindful of the actions that you're, not only the actions that you're taking, but your reactions to things, where you're being triggered, and focus on grounding that energy and taking time to examine what holds value to you in the future. What do you want to manifest from this? Yeah. The Hierophant and the Lovers. You're being pushed on a higher path, on a path that's for your higher self, your higher purpose. This is a more spiritual connection that you're moving towards. It's a more spiritual or more fulfilling path that you're moving towards. And so the Five of Cups and the Two of Cups, I do feel that there's been a lot of difficulties within a particular relationship or within your relationships in general. And again, and I do feel that you might even be in your relationships like just continuing to project the same pains onto each other. And once you are able to really see that pain for what it is and acknowledge that energy and clear that energy, it makes this path forward. It opens up the connection that you want. It opens up the path for you. And it might seem like it's something that's really difficult, but to remain in this energy is just as draining as it is to take that first step. All right. I love you guys. Have a good week. Bye-bye.